In September 2024, the coastal region of Ishikawa in northern Japan faced its deadliest challenge yet. After battling a deadly New Year's Day earthquake, Ishikawa was now being pounded by unprecedented rains. This wasn't just another storm. It was a cataclysmic event that pushed the region to the brink of collapse. The Japan Meteorological Agency, JMA, quickly issued its highest life-threatening alert level for the Ishikawa region. Torrential rains were expected to last until midday on Sunday, September 22, 2024, threatening to sweep away homes and lives. More than 40,000 people were ordered to evacuate across 4 cities as rivers burst their banks and floodwaters surged into homes and streets. The city of Wajima was one of the worst affected, submerged in water, turning streets into rivers. The town of Suzu, another hard-hit area, also witnessed unimaginable devastation. This wasn't just nature's fury. This was something far more deadly. But the rain wasn't the only threat. Landslides rumbled down the hillsides, swallowing homes and cutting off entire communities. The region's ground, already weakened by the massive earthquake earlier this year, gave way under the weight of the water. A dozen rivers overflowed, pushing rescue workers and citizens to their limits. This level of downpours has never been experienced in this region before. Residents must secure their safety immediately. The risk to their lives is imminent. This was the heaviest rainfall Wajima had ever seen. More than 120 millimeters, 4.7 inches, of rain in a single morning. It was the most rain since records began, and it was relentless. The tragedy struck hardest when a group of workers, already repairing roads damaged by the New Year's Day earthquake, were caught in a massive landslide. Of the 60 workers on site, remain unaccounted for. Government officials and rescue teams are battling dangerous conditions to reach them, but access has been cut off by additional landslides. I asked contractors to check the safety of workers, but we are still unable to contact 4 people. Rescue workers who tried to gain access were blocked by landslides. This heartbreaking event was just the beginning. 2 other individuals were swept away by raging rivers, and their whereabouts remain unknown. The death toll, so far, stands at 1, but with 7 people still missing. The situation grows more desperate by the hour. More than 44,000 residents in Wajima, Suzu, and the surrounding areas have been forced to flee their homes. Evacuation orders have spread across neighboring prefectures as well, with another 16,000 residents in Niigata and Yamagata being urged to evacuate. And while lives are at stake, homes and livelihoods are being washed away. As of Saturday morning, over 6,000 households were without power. Many others have no access to running water, and the full extent of the damage is still unknown. The scale of the disaster is immense. Japan has been experiencing unprecedented rainfall in recent years, with floods and landslides becoming tragically familiar. But Ishikawa, still in recovery mode from the catastrophic 7.5 magnitude earthquake on New Year's Day that claimed 236 lives, is at its breaking point. Back in January, buildings were reduced to rubble, roads were torn apart, and fires broke out across the region. Thousands were left homeless, and entire communities were left to pick up the pieces. Recovery efforts were slow and costly, and just when the people of Ishikawa began rebuilding, the rains came. Now, nature strikes again. Ishikawa is facing a dual disaster. Devastated by the quake and drowned by torrential rains. And the question on everyone's mind is, how much more can this region take? Rescue teams are working around the clock, braving flooded streets and unstable ground to reach the stranded and save lives. But for many, the future remains uncertain. The people of Ishikawa are resilient, but the scars of this disaster may never fully heal. With lives lost, families missing and homes destroyed, the road to recovery seems longer than ever before. The torrential downpours may soon stop, but the damage is done. What happens next depends on the courage of the people, the efforts of the rescue teams, and the strength of the survivors who must now rebuild. Yet again, in the face of such disaster, we are reminded of the fragile balance we live in, how the power of nature can shift our lives in an instant. For Ishikawa, for Japan, and for us all, the question remains, how can we prepare for the forces we cannot control? Subscribe for more stories of resilience, hope, and the world's untold disasters.